So we are here on our Sunday Momentum Hours. And what would you like to mastermind today, Miss Foxy?
I want to hear something that has come up for you this last week about momentum.
What has come up for me this last week?
Mm.
Honestly, this last week has just been the importance of giving myself grace and the ability to take a break. Because instead of powering through and trying to show up and do the things and not do them well, I have just needed to step back and rest and allow myself the ability to not do things so that when I do show up, I'm doing things fully. Because, life happens around us and sometimes we just can't control it.
Yeah.
So that's been what's up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, for me, the hardest thing about it has been to ask for the help and to ask for the grace in that. Like, even the fact that we're doing this today on Sunday instead of normal hours on Friday, because I had asked for people to fill in for me the previous week. I didn't want to come back again and say, hey, I need help again. What was my alternative in saying, how can we make this happen where I don't feel like I'm failing the responsibility? What can I do to make this happen? So
we would have gladly supported you again.
And I know
this way
that.
you do get to show up and lead your hours just by bumping it a couple days.
And that too was the thing, was I knew I needed the space to show up to get things done too. Was I didn't want to just have somebody take the space, but because I need the support of showing up in the community to get things done, it was okay, asking for the flexibility and just changing time. But even that was that mind game of, oh, I need to ask for this to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in the end, it was not a big deal, but we always make it a bigger thing in our heads than it really is.
Yes. Which can take on momentum and keep going if we don't stop it.
That is very, very true.
A different kind of momentum.
The kind of momentum we don't want.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I think it's definitely important that we pay attention to our bodies and our emotional health and really go, hey, what do I need right now? Do I need to push this through and get it done, or do I need to take a break and reassess and take care of myself a little, and then I'll come back and have the energy or the momentum to get the things done that I want to get done. So I think it's a very courageous and fearless act.
And that brings us to 10 till, or 10 after. 7 minutes with some mastermind time. And so that brings me to my question for the hour. So I'm curious. I will pose some of these questions to you for thoughts, feedback, if you've ever given this your thoughts. And I'm sure you have, because you're super smart and savvy.
You just set me up there, man.
Hey. So some of the things that, in looking at mindset and business model in setting the foundation and some of the work that I'm doing right now, is looking at what is the promise and solution of the work that you provide. What are the steps that you take to get there with your clients? And what is the value of the investment that they're making?
Those are some big questions.
Those are very big questions. I agree.
Is there one that seems like it's easier to answer than the others?
I think the steps part is a pretty not a slam dunk question, but it's one of those that's pretty easy to outline, just because I know the answer to it.
Right.
You know, when you get into that promise solution part, you know, that's the part where it almost feels slimy, because I hate being ambiguous in that, or maybe it's I don't feel like I have the right words, because I feel like it's a different answer for everyone.
Yeah.
Because what I feel like my end result would not be the end result for somebody else. You know, when somebody is working towards a specific goal, it's their specific goal. You know, not everybody is doing XYZ. Somebody's doing ABC. And so not everybody's striving towards the same end result.
But do you think there's something that is in common, something at the core of what all your clients leave with?
I do. And I think that, you know, that same thread through everything is consistency, accountability, a sense of knowledge, being cared for, valued, loved. But is that really a promise?
I mean, if they do the work, right? So it's not like an automatic guarantee that you're going to sign up with Stephanie and all these things are going to happen. You have to do the work, right? So if they do the work, will they come out with those things? You know, what I was thinking was more love for their body, and acceptance of their body, better habits, and feeling unconditionally supported, because you're my coach, so I can tell you what I get. Right? And I don't do everything you tell me to do, but I still get those things. Right? So I think just thinking on what are those things that at the core of the goals they are achieving, like better self-esteem, or a better belief in their own power, or, you know, a greater belief in their ability, to make their own choices and to change how they live.
Mhm.
I think all of those things are probably common throughout all of your clients, regardless if they're coming for strength training, or they're coming to lose weight, or they're coming for nutrition, or they're coming for more mobility. Whatever they're coming for, I feel like there's still certain core things that they're going to get from working with you.
Makes sense.
Good. Yeah. And that doesn't sound or feel slimy to me,
No,
but good.
it does.
Does that help you get the momentum to answer
It
that
does.
question?
It gets the wheels going a little bit more.
Good. Mm.
Yeah, because I hate thinking about that kind of that end line promise of like, this is what you're gonna get. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, because some person might want to lose 10 pounds. One person might want to lose 150, right? And one person doesn't even care if they lose weight. They want to be stronger, or they want to have better nutrition, or they want to be able to be more flexible, or, whatever, right? Just general health.
mhm.
and stuff. So you're not going to necessarily be able to say, oh, if you work with Stephanie, you're going to, all your numbers are going to be great, and you're going to lose 20 pounds and your skin's going to brighten. Right? Like,
Yeah.
those are things that can happen, right?
Yeah.
Depending on your goals and the work you put into it, but it's not going to happen for everybody.
For sure. All right.